I said, consciousness expands beyond its limited beliefs more and more. The more we relax our ideas and beliefs, the more we sort of gain space around these ideas. And then we hit another subtler layer of beliefs. That as we keep relaxing out of these ideas and beliefs, we expand into even more spacious awareness surrounding these ideas. And so in that sense, consciousness keeps expanding and keeps making connections within itself that were previously inaccessible. So one of these examples may be that you're becoming more sensitive to, well, your own subtle thoughts and emotions, but also more sensitive to your surroundings and other people, to the extent where a group consciousness can start to form itself. Definitely.
It feels like when I let myself be there, love, there's love. And when I experience that, then I do feel part of a much bigger thing.
Yes, when we experience that love connects us to all that is. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're aware of somebody in China, that you're conscious of somebody in Europe. Doesn't mean it that specifically, but it means that you yourself are on a deeper level, on a more intuitive level, on a more gut-based level, connected to that part of your consciousness which is actually not separate from everything else. And scientists are starting to see this now as well, that there is no separation, even though this seems to be separate from the air surrounding it, and the air seems to be separate from the next chair over. Underlying all that, there is a field of energy that's actually not separate. So if something happens over here to one particle, it happens over there to its twin particle at the same time, crossing space and time, etc. And that all becomes more and more experiential as you start to become more connected to that expansive self, or consciousness, or awareness. You have more access to that information, which we would previously call subconscious, or unused, or even unconscious. So the more we relax into awareness of ourselves, the more the darker areas of our potential, which are far greater than what we're currently using in our society, that capacity, that 99 unused capacity of our existence, the light that's now only focusing on 1% of our potential, increases. That light span increases itself, so you bring more of the darkness, or of the subconscious or the unconscious, into the conscious. So you'll be more aware of the things that were already going on at all times, but you were simply unaware of it. You're activating different parts of your brain, different parts of your consciousness, through this simple practice. And this has, to my knowledge, to my experience, there is no end to this expansion. So allow that wave of love, that wave of feeling connected to God, or isness, or life, or consciousness, or whatever you want to call the energy of life itself, the all that is. Whatever makes you feel connected, or excited, or passionate, or gives you a sense of greater possibility, greater potential, as if more was ever possible or more existed than you were ever aware of. Those moments of more expansive, gracious awareness, of gratitude, of marveling at existence itself, or being in awe of your own life, to start with. Those moments are those moments of openness in which you do recognize that essential love that makes up everything, that field of consciousness within which everything appears. So allow yourself to be connected to that sense, whatever triggers that for you, doesn't matter. Whatever the word is, whatever the religion is, whatever the practice is. As long as you feel truly, genuinely good and freer and freer and freer within yourself, the more you'll actually activate or become aware of those what we would call subconscious parts of your existence, which have greater connections and greater abilities to connect with other things. So again, love is not something we do. Of course, that type of love is there too, the doing. But the true love that is innate to our own existence, to our own presence, really is not a doing. It's not a doing. It's just love. It just is. The isness of your own existence loves everything that is. Doesn't mean it always agrees. Doesn't mean it always prefers everything that is. But it does mean that underlying our preferences and ideas, and force and against, there is this love that includes both our preferences and our non-preferences, our likes and dislikes. And so we grow deeper into this all-inclusive love. And from that place we start to live more and more. From that embodiment of love we start to live and see things more and more. To our own benefit to start with. Of course, that benefit extends itself to our relatives, to our friends, to our loved ones, to our society, to our communities, to our animals, to our everything. That love extends to itself, inevitably. If you're feeling down, then the people around you will start to feel down as well at some point. If you feel really excited, it's only a matter of time before that is contagious for everybody else around you. Now, if you are feeling the love within yourself, that acceptance, then that starts to be contagious as well. Relaxation is very contagious for people. Why? Because we all long for it. And we've all been taught that it is the reversed way, that we should be tense about things, that we should stress about things. But it actually doesn't solve anything. It only creates more problems, more mental anxiety, to the point of physical distress, to the point of dis-ease. Literally, not just dis-ease, but dis-ease turns into disease. The more we relax into this natural presence of a live, conscious being, we tap into that love, we tap into that relaxation, and we see it's always available to us when we simply relax from our minds. We relax into, if you will, our thoughts. We don't be distracted by them, we don't believe in them, we don't describe them for a moment. We simply relax. Relax into this moment, into this vivid, here and now aware moment. Again, and again, and again. Drop everything you have for a moment, again, and again, and again. All the ideas, all the beliefs, drop them for just a few seconds. You can pick them up again later on. Just take a little break, again, and again, and again. I dare you to take a little break from your beliefs, again, and again, and again. Relax that tension, and start to first-handedly experience the benefit of this for yourself, and see how powerfully it pervades every other area of your life, and empowers every other area of your life. There's only benefit in this. There's only benefit in this. Test it out. That's the only way it's going to happen. If it's not happening, it's because you're not practicing. If it's just a thought, then that's a nice thought, but it's the same as anything else. You have to actually relax away from your thoughts for a moment. And for those 2 seconds of thoughtlessness, notice the space in between. Notice the space of awareness that's right here, staring you in the face. That sense of a live awakeness is staring you in the face at all times. Without it, your thoughts couldn't be there. Without it, your body couldn't be here. Without it, nothing would be experienced. So every experience confirms this awareness at all times, a confirmation of awareness. Feeling angry, it only confirms that you're aware of it. Feeling sad, it only confirms that you're aware of it. Feeling happy, it only confirms that you're aware of it. Get in touch with this basic essence again and again, and see what happens for yourself.